And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. So, let's get this up a little bit now that we have our regular music on. So, when we last left our heroes, having teleported away from Labyrinthia and the Mother Moonatar, Lucy was finally rid of his curse. Our heroes found themselves back in the warm, jungle-esque climate of Qatar, just a few miles outside of a settlement closest to the mountains. Having been through hell and back within the living jungle, they were finally that much closer to the Presage Mines and possibly the City of Gold itself. Stopping in town, they learned its name was Scrapper's Run, a wordplay on the act of running into a forbidden area just outside the mine in order to find parts to scavenge. The town itself was made up of mostly friendly inventors that sought to let their creative efforts flourish, unchained by the standards of most major cities. As they arrived, the sun had just set, making most of the settlement inaccessible. However, there was a night market to which they could possibly find food and rest. However, before seeking out a tavern, they stopped at a few vendors along the way. The first being a game rather than a shop itself. In order to purchase the merchandise, an individual must first enter into a corral, chase down a mechanical monkey, catch it with no aid of magic, and give it a thorough spanking. Upon failing to win any of the majestic prizes such as the stealthy trouser snake, the magical pocket rockets, or the lucky haste-inducing third leg, the party thought it was best to find somewhere to pay cash for their items rather than trying to win them. Finding an alchemist, the party bought a few of her fantastic potions before heading to a nearby tavern. Over at the Rusted Nut, a tavern within town, which was owned by a warforged named Crimson, he told Ollie his tale of being rejected from the mines and making his way to Scrapper's Run, eventually opening the tavern they stood in now. It was then the party learned of the security of the Forbidden Lands before the mine entrance. Giant pillars of wood which floating spears atop, which would shoot out spells towards any unwelcome passerbyers. Now, with food and drink in hand, the party settled in for the evening in the warm and welcoming tavern. A welcome change from what they had been recently dealing with in the last few weeks. The attention was then turned to Ollie, with many of the party members asking questions of his past and his purpose in Qatar. Attempting to avoid many of the questions, Ollie would continuously get up to order more drinks before disappearing to his room for the night. Alone in his room, the cleric Warforge prayed to his deity for guidance. In a moment of divine luck, Ollie received a response. His deity, Gibble, told him to trust his companions as they would help him achieve his ultimate goal. The next morning, the party set off to the settlement limits and on to the Forbidden Lands. Starting to investigate the scene, they started to hatch a plan. However, Ollie, in a moment of pure confidence, simply walked out amongst the pillars. To the rest of the party's surprise, no spells fired. Now huddling around Ollie, the party easily made their way through the Forbidden Zone without a single spell cast against them. Finally arriving at the front gates, two sentinel warforges guarded the gate with directive to kill on sight. A battle commenced, some of our heroes taking devastating injuries from the warforged as well as dishing out a few of their own. However, the battle was cut short as a well-dressed individual made his way to the exterior of the gate, screaming for the warforged to hold. The man immediately dropped to a knee in front of Ollie, pleading for forgiveness. Turning back towards the party members, Ollie informed them, "Guys, I think there's something I need to tell you." And so, our story continues. Ollie, you look at the faces of your friends, some filled with intrigue, others with looks of concern, and Shade sort of half paying attention but mostly inspecting his blades after the fight. You close your eyes for a moment, taking a deep breath and looking for confidence to finally tell your truth. What would you like to do?
Guys, I've held information about myself from you for well, I guess the entire time that I've known you. I've done it for a reason. It began like as I journeyed to Trellis as something to protect myself. This knowledge, it comes with like a heavy price. I mean, it's knowing this puts, if anyone found out about me, it would put me in danger. And now if they knew about it, it would put you guys in danger. And I held this from you guys for a long time, and then I did gain your trust. But I thought, like, with
Ollie.
telling you this, sorry.
What? Telling us what?
Just tell us.
Okay. Just don't freak out when I tell you. Please, I'll answer any questions you have. Just allow me time to explain.
Hey.
My name is Oliver, but my name isn't Oliver Sprocket. That's a name that I've used to hide my identity from those who might seek out to hurt me or seek out to hurt me to get at my family. My real family name is Oliver Presage.
Are you telling me that you're a member of the Presage family?
Okay, Eli, just
Eli will
hold.
start walking towards him, like storming towards him.
Okay,
I'm gonna hold Eli back.
Yeah.
And the whole time he's yelling, you know that they're responsible for taking my family, right?
I don't know that. I told you when we were in Birdie's office that I would help you find out what happened to your parents, and that remains true. I'm still gonna help
Presage, your family member, took my parents in the dead of night
We don't
away
know
from
that.
me. I know it. I saw him there. And the next day they were gone.
Did you see him take them?
He showed up in the middle of the night, and the next day they were gone. You explain that to me.
I can't explain it to you, and I would like to get down to the bottom of it with you, but I know my father to be a good man. He treats all his workers with respect, and he raised me the way I am.
Is your father Lucius Presage?
Yes. He created me.
Take it
Eli's
easy,
gonna-
Eli.
He's
Keep-
gonna
Eli,
like tense
Eli.
up and shove people and start walking away. Walking up towards like wherever he thinks the Presage are.
What? Eli,
This
it's
is
so
why I didn't want to
dangerous
tell
out
anybody.
there. It's so dangerous. Stop.
Stop what? They took my
Stop.
mom and dad.
Well,
Yeah,
just
but
stop walking
Ollie's
away.
not his dad.
Lucius Presage is his dad. His
Yeah,
dad.
but Ollie
took
isn't
my
his dad.
parents.
He's his own person. Doesn't mean
I'm
he had
not
anything to
responsible
do with
for his
it.
for his actions, but I also I have to know if those were in fact his actions, and I also want to find out with you what truly happened to your parents, because if my father was responsible, that's a truth that I also need to deal with.
He'll hesitate and just
Eli.
like huff and puff.
You know Ollie. He's been nothing but kind. Despite all the antics that we've brought him in, he followed us without any question whatsoever. I don't see why anything has to change here. I'm sure there's an explanation for everything.
Eli's
just-
done nothing but protect us. Right?
I can't believe you hid this from me, Ollie.
It's something that I now need to ask you guys to hide from everyone else. It's for your own safety and for mine. There is a view of the Presage family that everyone in this land has, and I don't believe it to be the true view. I know my father to be a good man. I can't speak for Octavo and his legacy here, but I know my father's a good man. He created me. He used the last of the Drellium in Orel. By the way, I'm from Randall, Orel. I didn't mean to lie to you guys about that either. It was just everything kind of coming to a head. I did spend most of my time in a monastery, but it was in Randall. But he created me with the last of the family's Drellium. That is a very precious metal, and with his knowledge of alchemitricity, he granted me life. He created me. He gave me complete free will. That's why I'm a bit different than most of the Warforged you know. And he raised me to be a good and just person, a good man. I feel like I am a good reflection of my father, and if you got to know me over this time in Trellis and Qatar, and can you not see that I'm good? And can you not believe for a second that maybe my father's good too?
I don't know what kind of a good man comes into a house in the middle of the night and takes parents from their son. That's not my understanding of a good man.
We don't know for sure that he did that. Of someone like me who's good at deception, who knows what happened? There could be all kind of tricks at play.
I know what I saw. He was there. Nothing else changed.
I believe that he was there. I believe you, but I can't believe that he was completely responsible for your parents' disappearance. And if he was responsible for them disappearing, who knows what happened to them after that? Maybe my father does know. Maybe it is worthwhile to find out more about this and maybe somehow find out from my father. Although, as far as I know, he's still in Randall in Orel.
So he's not even here?
I was sent alone with his reluctance. I was sent because I had a vision given to me by Gibble where I basically, when I learned about everything in Qatar, and my father told me about the lost city of gold, that night I had a vision, and in that vision I was looking into a large water basin at the bottom of a great waterfall, and traveling through the vast pooling of water, I was in like a deep cave, and it shone with a golden hue. And then further down into the cave, I finally entered this massive cavern filled with strange golden towers and structures. And I believe that to be the Golden City. And I believe that Gibble wants me to find this Golden City, either for my family or for some other purpose. I don't know what it is, but I know I need to find this Golden City. And I want to find out what happened with your parents and if my father's involved. Our goals are aligned. I want to come to the same conclusions with you. And you got to trust that I'm not here to spy or backstab or anything. I'm on my own mission. And it's not, I'm not here for any bad reasons.
So if it came down to it, and it's me and my parents or your dad, I'm telling you, he took them nefariously. They would have said goodbye. They wouldn't have just disappeared on me. If that's what it comes down to, are you with me?
I mean, I have to look at the situation. I don't know your parents well. I don't know what their decisions are. I need to see the night as a whole. I want to find out.
Ollie, would you give us a moment, please? And I'm going to pull Eli aside. And I'm going to crouch down to Eli's level. This is far away from the group to make sure that no other ears can hear. You know, you need to start thinking like the Viper. You have a target.
What do you mean,
And what
Lucy?
better way to get close to your target than to befriend a family member?
He'll just kind of like fall quiet and he'll look at Lucy like dead in the eye. And he's not going to say anything else. He'll just like look down and shake his head, like thinking that it's a good idea, but also still like wanting to be mad.
Lucy gives him a harsh slap on the shoulder and a wink and returns to the rest of the group.
He'll just kind of trail behind Lucy.
Now, I believe we have other business to take care of.
Wait, I just want to know something, Ollie.
Yes.
Why now? Like, why now? Why are you telling us this now?
It's been something that's been weighing on me for quite some time. I don't like to be deceptive with those I find close, and you guys are like family to me now. And back there in the bar, you guys were pressing me, and it just kind of laid into me more how much I hate holding this from you guys. And I went back to my room and I spoke with Gibble, and Gibble answered to me, and he told me to trust you guys and that I'm on the right path. And I know his words to be true, and those were the feelings I had deep inside. And on top of all that, my father did tell me if I go to Trellis and I need guidance or help, to go to the Presage Mines. So as much as personally I wanted to tell you guys, tactfully, it's also the right time to tell you guys, because we can get all the assistance we need here.
And here I thought you weren't a good liar.
Seriously.
So nobody knows who you are but that guy here.
He barely
And
knows
who
me.
is that?
Because he stopped the fight, so he must have known who you were.
My
You're a
father
richer
has-
boy than Lucy.
I
Hey,
mean, my father has a lot of people under his employ, so I don't know them. But the problem is everyone that he knows me. There's enough people that know about me and know what I'm made of that it doesn't need to be necessarily that I'm a Presage and people want to kill me for that fact. People might just want to kill me to take my heart. It's a very valuable metal. It's made of drellium, but it's also infused with alchemitricity. It's the same way he created his arm.
Yeah, I
His
remember
arm?
that arm. That's how I know it was him. He's got a golden arm, right?
Correct. But
Saw that.
think if I could prove him to be a good man, just like he created me to be, think of what he can do if he gets access to the Golden City again. He can create limbs for people. He can create life for people. He can help out so many people, so many critically injured people. He can save them. I don't know what his
That's nice.
intentions are with the Golden City. I don't know what his intentions are at all. I've never really been involved with him as a business person. This is the first time he's let me prove myself. I mean, I need to do this for him, because the reason he created me is because he lost his son of 7 years. He created me out of grief to replace a missing part of his life. And I don't feel like, as much as I've done to make him proud or be the son he wants, I don't think I can replace that hole in his heart. Neither with my mother. My mother was very involved with my day-to-day at the monastery and making sure I'm keeping up with my prayers and also raising me to be a good person. But they just gave birth to another son, Malroy. And I believe he can grow up and take over the Presage business. So I feel like this is something I can do. This is something I can do to show that I'm grateful to my parents and prove that they raised a good son.
The man,
I don't like it.
the man who approached, winding down the Warforge, clears his throat. Master Presage, Ollie, perhaps you and your friends would like to come inside. It's not the best weather out here. Pleasure to meet all of you. My name is Talbot Wristben. I am the foreman here at the mines. I oversee all operations. I work for Ollie's father, Master Presage. You're all more than welcome to come join me in the control room. I'd be happy to explain what we do here.
Thank you, Talbot. You served my father well. Shall we go in? I can explain more inside if you need to, but please just trust me. I'm still the same person. You guys know.
I trust you, Ollie.
What a surprise.
Of course, whatever you need, Master Presage. Your father has been very generous given the circumstances. Please follow me this way. He walks you through the front gates, and as he does, you're open up to a massive courtyard, strange mechanical structures, and items that seem closer to vehicles than anything else line the entire area. All around you, you see a number of Warforged all walking around, going about their day, dealing with their business. You're led up a tight corridor of rickety stairs into what looks like a shelter that has been built just on the outside of one of the cliff faces proper. Leading you into the room, you now see a number of Warforged sitting at desks, most of them seemingly writing, a few of them speaking to unknown individuals, conveying messages back and forth, most likely, from what you're hearing, operations on the ground level of most of the mines. Well, this is the brain of the operation, if you will. This is where we control most of the actions that come forth within the mines. Ollie, if you don't mind me calling you that, sir.
Ollie's great. You can continue to call me Ollie. That's fine.
Very, very good, very good. I'm very glad to hear that you're not here on your father's behalf to punish us. I know that we haven't been able to find much beryllium to ship back to Orel. We've found bits and pockets here and there, but it is a very difficult ore to find.
Has my father been known to punish you?
Not necessarily. He is a stern but fair man, but there are many here who rely on the livelihood of the mines here. We've tried to go down as far as we possibly can, but, well, as you most likely are aware, there's a certain limit of how far we can go down.
Fair enough. We're actually on a journey along the same goals. We, too, are trying to find the Golden City, the source of the beryllium.
Oh, sorry. And he looks very embarrassed all of a sudden from laughing. Begging your pardon, sir. The City of Gold, it's a myth. It doesn't exist. We've looked for years, decades here. I started here as a miner myself, working under the tutelage of one of my elders. They've always been talks of the Golden City, but no one's ever been able to see it. No one's been able to find it. Mind you, there's no way to get down past, well, the limits of the mine. If you go down there, that's death. That's all there is down there.
How do you know?
Yeah.
There is what best as I can describe as a beast that lies in wait. So massive, so ferocious, that many have begun to call it the Harbinger of Death. Little is known about the creature other than the legends told by some of the natives of the area. They call her the Grasalk, a towering creature that absorbs both land above and below. Her eye casts a blinding light. Her pincers have been known to cleave men in half, and magical spores from her back can kill with less than a single sniff. She leaves bodies in her wake, if not to rot in her belly after being eaten alive. Only a handful of individuals have survived the encounter with her, and are typically left as shells of people that they once were.
You guarding something?
No one knows. No one's willing to go down that far.
I think we might be.
I'll go. Where is it?
You are all mad. I cannot permit it, especially with young Master Presage.
No, I understand we haven't had lunch yet. But after lunch,
I mean, what would the benefits be of going deeper? Do you think there's more Drellium down there? Or what do we need to go down there, basically? Do you guys need to go down there?
Well, the cave systems are immense down there. No one really knows how deep it goes. We can get to a certain point, but as soon as the rumblings begin, we know that's where to stop. As it's been today, as it's been for years. As
But you're
you all
saying-
begin to contemplate on this, Shade, the mention of lunch, your arm suddenly begins to itch. Please do us a favor and roll a D100 for me.
the 40.
Oh no.
I like it.
That's a good one.
Looking down at your arm, you begin to scratch in the same spot as it usually does. As you massage and scratch the area, you get a feeling come over you that someone in this room is hiding something in their shoe.
No.
Oh!
Thing I don't wear shoes.
I don't have shoes.
Okay, 1, 2.
Great.
I'm guessing Ollie doesn't have shoes.
So
No, I do. I do have
Oh, you do have shoes?
Ollie has
Yeah.
boots. Ollie's got
Yeah,
boots.
Okay. Okay.
Well, if my party wants to go down, I insist that you allow us to go down there because we've taken care of quite a few beasts and just evil people in the past, and we're a very capable party. And I just, even not going down there, I do feel like this is kind of like a work hazard for you guys. I don't want you guys to be in danger, and I think we can do something to help.
We have cut off all sources to the lower areas, except save for one. Believe me, Oliver, your father has sent individuals here before with the intent to destroy this beast. Older, more capable, experienced warriors than themselves. You have to understand.
You don't know that.
No offense, Miss. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Tricks. It's Tricks.
Tricks. Beg your pardons immensely, but we have seen many warriors go down and never return. This is, as I said, a harbinger of death. If you go down there, there is no guarantee that you will ever return.
Never
And
is.
we want to go
Right,
down
right.
there because
Well, what keeps this
We know-
beast from escaping or coming up itself?
I'm telling
We-
you. It's guarding something.
Your friend here might be correct, although there is quite a ledge that seems to be the stopping point of where the creature comes and goes from. We've closed it off as best as we could, There is only one access, and he reaches into his shirt and pulls out a key. I'm the only one who's able to open the lift. This is,
And you're
I
refusing
am
to do
not,
so.
I am not to be the one responsible to have Lucius's, Master Presage's son die on my hands.
I'll
he
do it.
won't. We're gonna protect him. It's okay. He won't die.
He puts the key back into his shirt. Well, Miss...
Oh my gosh! I can't believe I didn't introduce myself. My name is Alara, and I will curtsy.
Yes, I would expect... I was hoping that you would be a lot friendlier, but clearly if it's not important to you to announce yourself, it's understandable. A woman who is proper and dignified. I appreciate that. Well, Miss Alara,
Okay.
A little
Yeah.
something.
there is a rule I hold to. If I'm
Okay.
willing to let someone perish, then I will allow them to pass by. So unless you have something to say which will allow me to take the comfort in my own mind that young Master Presage here will survive, I'm all ears.
Well, I dabble in time magic, so if things go really bad, as long as I survive, I could figure out a way to turn back time and save him. I don't know how to do that yet, but I'm gonna figure that out. But I also have little things that I can do to fix that. Also, Shade over here is super strong. Also, Lucy over here, he's got a lot of magic in him, and he can trick people and turn people into things. And Eli, he's really stabby. If you piss him off, he will kill you. So watch out. And Pavo, he's awesome. He can see anything unless there's a canopy, which happens a lot around here. But he can see anything way ahead of time, so we'll never be surprised. And Trix, she's awesome. She's always willing to do the weird things in battle, and I love it, to just test things out and see what's going on. So, and Ollie is actually really strong. And Ollie made this armor for me. How awesome is that? So we're all protecting each other.
As you kind of
Also,
spread
you
your...
could just take off the key and just accidentally leave it somewhere for us to accidentally find, and that would be of no fault of your own.
That too.
I'm sorry, but my job is too valuable, as is my life. I understand you are on some kind of quest. Being young, I appreciate just how much vigor you can have inside. Wanting to always do the right thing, head out on adventures, defying death. But I'm not prepared to, based on what you're saying.
He's gonna hush his mouth. Alara forgot to mention one thing. I can be very persuasive as well. And I think that will be just fine. And I cast suggestion.
Okay. What's the save?
I believe it's 18.
18. The man stops talking and stares intently at Lucy for a moment.
He's really
Quiet.
cute, I know.
Other than Alara, a quiet seems to rest over the air. Suddenly you see a flicker of green light, almost like second eyelids, flicker over the man's eyes. Well, if you say this is the right action to take, he reaches down into his chest line, pulling out the key and taking it off of his head. He puts it in your hand. of course, I'd be more than happy to show you to where the lift is.
Please. After you.
Very well. He begins to
Hey,
walk.
Lucy, you want to ask the man if he's got anything that could help us? He seems to be in an accommodating mood.
I think he's hiding something in his shoe.
No,
I'm
think he
sorry.
He's hiding something in his shoe.
I don't think he is, Shade.
Yeah, he
I don't
is.
know what is giving you that idea.
If I had shoes, I'd definitely have something hiding in my shoe.
See?
Tricks, that's not
Just
helping.
saying.
What do you think he's hiding in his shoe?
No.
I don't know. We need to check it out.
No.
What if there's a
Lucy
second
can ask
key?
him to dump it out.
If he doesn't do it, I'll just flip him over and take his shoes off. Just make sure.
Okay, well, let's not.
Let's
We
all
need him
just
to
try
show
to
us the
stay
way.
focused.
Yeah.
Well, he's under
As-
suggestion, so maybe you could just ask him if
We're
he has
walking and
something.
talking, by the way.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Always
As-
walking and talking.
As Lucy makes his statement, looking back at the rest of the group, there seems to be far too much dust in the air.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
Feeling
Oh,
proud of
okay.
himself for a moment, he smiles, but his nose itches. Lucy, if you'll please go ahead and roll a D100 for me, and thank you so much to Cross the Streams for this wild magic moment. Oh, I like that.
6.
Wild magic moment. 6.
It's a low one.
Oh, shit. This could be bad. Uh-oh.
Lucy, sneezing, you bring
this
your
could be
hands
bad.
down, and suddenly you feel more powerful in your left hand rather than your right. For the next hour, your dominant hands are switched, meaning
Oh, good.
all spells that require an action to perform are now a bonus action, and all spells that require a bonus action are now actions.
Well, that's not confusing.
Oh wow.
Okay.
That's actually
What?
kind of good. That's
I
a
don't.
good
Yeah.
thing.
Okay.
I think.
That's.
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
I
I
think
think
it's
that's fine. Okay. I can work with that.
Mhm.
I was like, please don't give me bird wings or something where I can't get
Right?
Yeah.
Bird wings.
Gelatinous cube.
Come on.
Gelatinous cube.
As you continue to walk forward, Talbot leads you through a number of well-lit corridors. Wooden scaffoldings line the walls with hanging lights coming down from the ceiling. You pass by a number of warforged miners along the way, but they pay no real attention to you. A few nods towards Talbot, but otherwise remaining silent. After a somber and somewhat quiet journey, you arrive at the doors to the lift that heads downwards.
I
Talbot
nudge Lucy.
points towards a small keyhole centered at the lift's door.
As I'm putting the key into the keyhole. So, anything we should know before we head down?
Guys, what are we even looking for in here?
Such as?
What you got in your shoe?
Oh, anything that might help us better understand what we're getting ourselves into?
Well, I believe I've told you everything that I know about what lies below. I myself have never been down the lift before, and to answer your friend here, my feet.
Albert, one more question. How does my father hear back from the mine?
Well, we, of course, report back on a monthly basis. We make sure that we send word, typically through either a messaging spell or through a type of divination spell. I believe some people call it scrying. It's a little concoction that you may be aware of. Your family have deciphered on their own. It's a matter of you write on a particular clipboard, and it transfers to another clipboard far from wherever you are, whether this realm or another.
So if I were to write on this clipboard, it would message my father directly?
That we don't have a clipboard down here, per se, but there is a few in the control room that I would be happy to allow you to use if you make your way back up. I'm sorry. I seem to have something caught in my throat. I seem quite parched. It's dry here.
All that dust.
Cheers.
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 Well, point of no return. I'll look to the rest of the party.
Ask him for some stuff. Healing potions. See what he's got going on.
Looking around, being that it's more of a mine and they're not really in combat, I don't think they have a lot of things for healing.
We can still ask.
You have
Excuse
sticky
me,
fingers.
sir.
Take it.
Yes.
Excuse
yes.
me, sir. So okay, you were saying that it could be really dangerous, and we were like, yeah, we're gonna be fine, and you were like, cool. I'm just wondering, because we were just fighting those warforged that were outside it, and they hurt some of us a little bit. Do you have like any healing potions or any like first aid kits or something like that, so that we can go down the shaft in a little better state?
High or low for your benefit.
High, always high.
He reaches into his pouch, or his robe, and draws out a pen. I have this. Does this help at all?
I don't know. I'll take it anyways, though. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Is this ballpoint? Because I've only used ink. This is amazing.
I don't know what a ballpoint is, but no, it's just a writing utensil.
Huh.
Ink comes
Okay.
out the other
Perfect.
side and you scratch it on things.
Okay. Great.
Everyone's
Thank you so much.
satisfied.
How is this
I'll
supposed to
turn
aid
around.
us?
I'll hand it to Eli. Here you go.
I'll take it and like with a flat expression because it is not a potion.
Eli, you receive a very fine fountain pen. Make sure to add that importantly to your inventory. That might come very useful later on. Don't give me that
Little did he
sass.
know it really
I'll take
did.
away your inspiration right now, young lady.
With that, Lucy will finish turning the key and lifting the entrance.
I will
Pushing the
kneel in.
entrance.
I will kneel in front of the guy, catch his ankle, and
What?
stand up pretty quickly,
Oh!
and then I will pick up his shoe.
The man now hanging from Shade's wooden arm as he begins to take off the first shoe, looking inside and giving it a good shake. There doesn't seem to be anything in there. He places it
Hey.
back on their foot, grabbing the other
Do the other
foot.
leg.
You
Shade, please.
Pavo's just standing there pretty disappointed in himself that this is becoming normal for him to watch.
taking off the other shoe, you look deep inside, and while there is a foul scent, there doesn't seem to be anything inside of this shoe either.
Leave the guy alone, Shade.
I'll drop the guy and throw the shoe.
Ah!
Must
He
be some-
falls. His robe flips over his head.
Oh.
Must
I'll-
be
I'll
somebody
pick-
else.
I'll pick up Talbot and just kind of like straighten him out and be like, thank you, Talbot. You've been amazing help, and we'll be fine from here if you'd like to be on your way.
Yes, of course. Yes, Master Presage. I'm glad to be of service, and I wish you both, all of you, the best of luck. You are alone
Bye.
now. As soon as you head down that lift, there is no one to protect you.
ominous to say, but thank you.
Duly
More-
noted.
More ominous than the Harbinger of Death. Right. Okay. Well, if you do make it back up, you know the way back to the control room. We'll be waiting for you. We do have medkits and potions there that might be able to aid you if you suffer from any kind of difficulties while you're down there.
Okay.
Tell you what, I'm going to accompany this wonderful gentleman to the control room. I'm going to pick up some potions and med kits for us, and I will be back here shortly.
I think that's a great idea, Eli.
Me too.
As Eli and Talbot begin to leave, going back down the hallway, he puts his hands behind his back as a proper dignitary would. Tell me, Eli, was it?
That's it.
Might I speak a little freely?
Sure.
I'm not sure exactly what was said back there or what your relationship with Master Presage is, but if it's any consulate, he has only shown a certain level of kindness to his employees here. Yes, he has sent dignitaries here and warriors. None have ever been forced before. They come here on their own volition. Now, I don't know the circumstances to which you speak of, but it is peculiar, to say the least, that Lucius would force anyone to do anything against their will. Take it as you will. That's all I had to say.
How well connected are you here?
Well, I run this mine.
Did you ever see any halflings come through here, or am I the first one?
A few. Is there something particular that I would be able to identify them with?
Anybody by the name Schmoomples?
Dolly and Bruno.
Yeah, Dolly and Bruno. When's the last time you saw them?
A wonderful pair they were.
I know.
They too looked for a way down. And they were also individuals that did not return.
So you're telling me that the last time my parents were ever seen was where I'm about to go?
Yes.
He's just kind of like gonna walking, but in shock, like just thinking and panicking, but also being excited. Thank you for this information. I'm really eager to get down there now. So anything you have for us that'll help us, I would love to bring back to my friends as soon as possible. And any other information you have about Bruno and Dolly would be really, really important to me.
Now that you mention it, they did talk about a son.
What did they say?
A feisty scamp who was always getting into trouble.
That sounds about right.
But had a good heart.
That sounds right too.
And while sometimes making the wrong choices, would always find his way home.
All I want to do is bring them home.
I wish you the best then. By now
Thank
you've
you.
reached the control room where Talbot gives you 2 greater healing potions.
Hey, Talbot,
Yes.
did they look like they were forced here?
No.
Eli will kind of just like look a little sullen because for him, that's confirmation that they left him without saying goodbye. And he'll just kind of like nod slowly and then like sniffle a little bit and say, okay, I'm ready to go.
Okay. You alone head back down to the lift. And while Eli is heading back down to the lift, just a note, guys, we had tried to set up some limitations on our channel point redemptions tonight. I have seen that a few of you have made some redemptions. They have all been fulfilled at this point, so go ahead and save your channel points for next time you hang out in the Origins Game Fair. One specific note to Crimson: if you are still there, you must pick a player in order for me to draw a fate card. If Crimson is no longer here, I am going to say that for her wonderful help for the evening, Vix, if we do not hear from Crimson for the next few moments, go ahead and pick a cast member, and we'll go ahead and draw a fate card for them.
Good call.
Excited for that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it does.
I know.
Walking alone in silence, you have time to contemplate, Eli. There seems to be more to the story than what you realize.
Yeah.
And this universe in particular is interested to see where that story goes. Making your way down to the lift itself, you find all of your friends there once more. What
You
would you
look
all
like
like to do?
Hey, what did you find in the shoe?
Yeah.
That was nothing. Must be somebody else. I look at Lara
Damn.
intently.
I
Eli,
have
can
nothing in my shoes, Shade, and she'll take her shoes off and hold them upside down. See?
What are you looking for?
Maybe it's Lucy then.
Oh, for God's sake. He just start taking his... There's a lot of
Eli-
laces on
I would
Lucy's
guess
boots, so it takes a
so.
second. But he's slowly undoing his boots and shows him.
No.
Thank you. Thank you,
Eli, may
Fal.
I
Ollie?
borrow your pen? Sorry.
Ollie, is that you?
Sorry. And I'll just kick off my shoes and give them to him.
Oh, that must be Eli.
Have you checked your own shoes, Jade?
Yeah,
Check,
maybe
do
it's
have
you.
anything- Oh. I'll take off my shoe and check.
Looks like you're crazy. All right.
Must be Eli. Isn't that here?
I'm not taking off my shoes, dude. We got things to do.
Sorry,
Save
I
the
didn't
crazy
get
for
what
the,
are you looking for
Harbinger.
so we can help you maybe.
I don't know.
And
Maybe
how will you know when you find it?
I'll know it when I see it.
That doesn't help.
Maybe it's
I
a
mean-
big bad guy downstairs.
Yes,
Not
be
maybe
sure
the
to take-
Deathbringer has it in his shoes. Let's go try
Yeah.
and find out.
Excellent.
Sounds good. Let's
Eli,
go.
can I borrow your pen?
Coming in handy now.
I think I have the pen.
You
Yes,
do.
you do.
That's why I said
thought
Eli.
I thought,
asking you.
Oh, sorry.
That's
I
why I
thought I
asked
heard.
you.
I heard Elara. I heard Elara.
Mhm.
I'll hand him the pen.
All right, and then I'm gonna write on the wooden handle of my mace that I came to Qatar with. I'm just gonna write, Father, if I perish in these mines, I want you to know this was my decision, no one else's. I forced them to let me down. And then write, love, from Ollie.
That's precious.
And I'm just gonna lean it on like the corner right by the mine shaft.
Okay.
Wait, your weapon?
No,
You're leaving your
It's the
weapon
mace I
here?
came
It's
here
the-
with.
yeah.
I have the
Yeah.
Oh.
His shitty
boy.
mace.
Yeah, he's got way
okay.
cooler weapons now.
I was
Come
like,
on.
Way better mace.
Yeah. He's got
we might
his,
need that.
his super warhammer.
Okay. Eli, are you okay? You look sad.
Yeah, I'm fine. He's gonna withhold.
Okay. Can we talk later then?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
If there is a later.
This group is always so doom and gloom. It's gonna be fun, guys. It always is. Well, maybe not always, but for the most part it is.
It'll be what it is.
Pavo.
Wow, thanks for those words of wisdom, Pavo.
When we go down the lift, I will sharpen my blade with my special stone.
The expressive stone.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I mean, I'm assuming this lift is pretty big for all of us to fit at one time.
Group hug.
Looking at the lift, it does seem to be manufactured specifically for large utility items to go up and down. More of a cargo freight than anything else. And as I continue onward, our Sordin, and to the rest of the chat, all of the channel points have been redeemed at this point in time. So channel points have been closed at this point in time. We didn't, I guess we didn't have the limitations put on it. My apologies for that. But all channel points have been redeemed. But thank you so much. And if you are looking to check out some more of the channel points, hey, you can find us on Careful Cantrip, where you can redeem to your heart desires. As you all make your way onto the lift proper, you see a lever over to the side, Lucy reaching out and pulling it. You begin to hear a few clicks before a jolt inside the chamber itself. Slowly it starts to descend down into the darkness. The lift chamber walls are made of iron rods that allow you to see through. However, there's not much to see other than thick rock walls all around you. It feels cramped and the air slightly moist. Minus the pain, you imagine this is what it must feel like to be swallowed whole. Pavo, I would like you to roll a D100 for me, please.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Lucky you.
Excited.
Pavo drops dead.
Wow, thanks.
Pablo turns back into an egg.
That would be a 38.
38. As you make your way down, you feel a fuzzy feeling in your mind. You get a bit of a vision in your mind's eye. Two individuals, one male, one female, both stark naked. From what you've seen, you would assume these individuals are tieflings, as they both have horns and tails. As you look a little bit closer, both are shackled around the neck with chains. A large pyre sits directly in front, when suddenly a large being leans forward, skin completely red, horns like a goat, with what look like bat wings spread across his back. You feel bound, shackled, as the devil is watching over you.
Good.
Perfect.
Thank you, chat. Thank you for making this really hard. Okay.
You
Good to be looked
try
after.
to you try and move around a little bit as you feel uncomfortable, flexing your muscles, spreading your wings. that don't seem to be moving.
What?
Oh shit.
While you can still use your weapons until the next fate card is pulled, you no longer have the ability to fly.
Ooh, I don't know if that's gonna fly
Earthbound.
with Rob.
Shit.
That sucks.
Oh,
Does-
the devil.
Does that mean I can't use my winged weapons?
I will allow you to use your winged weapons, but they will not lift you off the ground.
Okay.
You have been bound.
Ooh, I don't know how I feel about these fake cards anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, like, soon there's some really good ones in there too. It's fine.
Maybe we don't have
He
this
did-
channel point.
Well, I'm kind of glad I wasn't flying in the process of it happening. So,
Right? Ruth?
Yeah.
so I'll look on the bright side. Well, we're
There
in the
is-
tunnel anyway, so you know.
As is with tarot cards, there is a standard and a reverse. And it's all dependent on the D100.
Yep.
So I am bound until another tarot card is pulled for anybody, right?
Correct.
Correct.
So that's Tuesday.
You locked it out. Damn it.
Just to be clear, that's Tuesday, the earliest.
All right. Good to know. I'll
Oh
adapt.
gosh.
All
That's what I
right.
do best. All right.
Gotta swing with the punches around here. Okay.
Yeah.
Good at that. All right.
As you all continue to make your way down, it feels like the ride takes an eternity to make its way. There seems to be a silence as you all look toward each other, knowing potentially what dangers that you face. Finally, the lift begins to slow down and gradually come to a stop. Looking out the opposite end of the lift that you entered from, you see a long natural corridor that leads to further darkness. However, you can make an opening about 50 yards away. Opening the door on the other side of the lift, the rusty metal squeaks, causing a loud echo to reverberate through the otherwise silent cavern. The only other sound is that of water dripping off in the distance. Being so far below the surface, you are surprised just how warm and humid it is down here. The smell of earth and a mushroomy, like fungi smell is potent to your senses.
Guys, I want you to know that you guys don't have to go any further with me. I want to do this so my father doesn't have to ask anyone else to go down here, and for the safety of the workers that work for him. I don't want you guys to perish as well, and this might be a one-way trip.
Ollie, we're gonna be okay. And you came with me when I was going on my adventures. And we're
me.
all in we're all in this together. We got your back.
Haven't you learned we're stronger together than as individuals?
Yeah.
All right.
And always touch the crystal.
That is correct.
Maybe refrain on the touching until we destroy this creature.
Okay.
I'm going to hand who took some heat before we got when we were facing the Warforged.
A bit.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh yeah,
okay.
I took a bit of damage, but I could probably mend it.
I'm gonna hand a potion of greater healing to Trix.
Before you
I'm
hand
gonna-
off the potions, I will just remind you that there is the capability to take a short rest based on where you are right now.
Oh, we should do that.
Well, that's how
Then I
long
can
this
get a
trip
spell
is.
slot back too. Or I can whatever. I can get my strength back.
You're welcome to take the potions and continue onward, but you also have that ability to which you can spend as many hit dice to heal yourself, if need be.
Let's take a short rest.
Yeah,
Let's
we
make
can
sure we're
do-
ready.
Might be our
I feel like
last.
we've been through
I could go
a
for a
lot
little
in the
bit of a
past 10 minutes. Just mentally, I'll feel better going into battle if we just take a break for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
Yes.
I
agree.
wouldn't mind spending some time with Spike.
Oh, to Spike?
You know what I mean.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
all
can I
going
see if
in there
my
together.
can I see if my flower staff will make some flowers on the ground for Fidget?
As you pull out your staff of flowers, pointing them towards the ground, you see mists begin to congregate, almost as if moisture is being pulled out of the air. The blue arcane energy seems to twirl around, now drilling down into the ground in front of you. A moment passes before beautiful daisies and tulips starts to pull out of the air, out of the earth.
It's nice to see some life springing into life down here. And I'll just grab one and put it in my little... Put it between my shirt and then put Ollie or Fidget in it.
Fidget, as you pull him out of the now wilting flower, grabs onto your finger. You look at him as he looks back at you. And you could swear that he's trying to give your finger a little bit of a hug. Before you gently rest him down inside of the flower on your lapel. Are we taking a short rest?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go ahead and lie down and put my hat right on my face. Guys, it smells like mushrooms in here. And then I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay. Well, with that said, I think this is a perfect time for us all to take a little bit of a short rest. Don't worry, we're not taking a break for an hour. It's different from mechanics in D&D than in real life. But with that said, we're going to take a very short break to do a little bit of a bio break. So I encourage all of you out there, adventurers watching along, to go grab yourself an ale, a wine, a whiskey, maybe some apple juice. And Sherry Bombette, if you are watching, my dear, go get yourself some popcorn, because you're not going to want to miss what happens next. Guys, we will be back in about 5 minutes' time. Stick around, because the next part you're not going to want to miss. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Let me get this thing back up here.
One of us.
So, as all of you have now taken a proper time to rest, go ahead and roll as many hit dice as you feel appropriate to get yourself some more hit points.
I have 1 HP down. What happened?
Someone licked
Hey.
you.
Oh no, that wasn't.
You
that
should have
from
gotten that
guys
back
being-
because that was at the bar. Or-
Yeah,
that was you and you and Papa falling at the bar.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Hey, when someone hops on my back, I go for a fly. I mean, that's what happens.
Oh my god.
I can show you the oof.
Pretty much.
All right. Your hour is now complete. What would you all like to do?
Does anyone have a light? It's kind of dark down here.
Yeah, I got one. And I'll pull out my dusk orb.
Okay.
And after I do that, I'm gonna take out one of the greater potions of healing, and I'm gonna look at, like, turn to Shade and look at him and be like, "Do me a favor, pal. Don't die this time." And then he's gonna hand it to him.
Was it in your shoe?
You talk about my
Just say
shoes one more
yes.
time? Yes, Shade. I'm hiding secrets in my shoes.
Oh.
Come on.
All right. I'll take out the potion. And I put it in my shoe.
And then I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna grab another potion of greater healing, and I'm gonna hand it to Ollie. And I'm gonna say, we probably need you up more than anyone.
It's very kind of you. Thank you.
And Eli will just nod.
I want to just go up to Lucy and say, "Hey, can I tell you a secret?"
Oh, I'm dying to hear it.
I know that I said that I think that we're gonna be fine, but I'm actually a little bit nervous. So I need to ask you a favor.
Shoot.
It's actually 2 favors. The first favor is, can you not die today?
I will do my best.
Okay. And the second one is, if I die, can you find Alcor's parents and tell them that I'm sorry and tell them what happened for me?
Lucy gets a little more serious in the face. You're not gonna die.
Well, I might.
Say it.
I'm not gonna die.
Good.
Okay.
We'll go back to relacing his shoes or something.
Or something.
Who said choose?
I'm gonna walk up to Ollie real quick. Speaking somewhat quietly. Ollie, do you have a second?
Yes.
We may very well die here soon, but in case that doesn't happen, I would just like to be a bit of a warning. In my experience, nothing good has ever come from trying to please your own father. Just be sure not to lose yourself along the way.
Thank you. I usually know where I am, but I do also not want to disappoint my father. Again, if what Eli's saying is true and he was involved in any means with the disappearance of her parents, then I'm not going to just follow my father blindly. I'm going to take that information for what it is and process it the way I need to.
Well said. They'll give him a love slap in true Lucy fashion.
You take
Well,
80 points of
everyone-
damage.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Everyone ready to go?
Yeah.
Ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Yeah.
I taste my
Alright.
blades. Yeah, I'm good.
Whoosh, whoosh.
Crack my knuckles, spread my wings.
Write a new character. We're good.
Who's the pen? Who has the pen?
All right.
All right. As you all continue to make your way down this corridor, you are bathed further in darkness. You eventually make it to the opening, where you find yourself staring into an abyss. The only thing that stands between you and the nothingness in front of you is a small ledge that reaches out about 20 feet, that then drops off further down into black.
This is the
All
abyss he
right.
was talking about.
Last chance if anyone wants to, turn back. No.
Can I light my... I have a torch. I'd like to light it and then throw it down just to see what we can see.
As the torch falls, it clatters off the side of the
Always
cliff.
gone over well in our past.
You see it topple over itself a few times as it continues to fall further and further until the point of where you hear a small clattering reverberate through this cavern that you seem to find yourself in. Looking down, all you can see is a pinprick of yellow, roughly about 100 feet down from where you are right now. As the echo silence, you feel a small rumbling of the ground underneath your feet.
Wakey, wakey.
I will create an echo of myself now.
I'll summon my blades.
I will get in a defensive stance.
Okay.
I'll look around to see if anything's moving in the shadows. Not just
Make a-
over the cliff, but also
Same.
around us.
Make a perception check at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
It's dark. Okay.
Actually, if Pavo's helping you,
Very well.
then you can just do it as a straight roll.
Hey, perception is not my thing.
Should have Pablo look.
Using your globe, you try and push it out as far as it can away from your range. And it illuminates more darkness. The light doesn't seem to bounce off of anything other than silhouettes that flicker, ominous shadows all around you. From what you can see, there doesn't seem to be anything moving. However, that doesn't mean much.
You ready, guys? Something's up there.
Oh. I have a way to get us down. If that's what we're doing.
Do you think we need to go down there?
This is as far as the miners are willing to go.
But doesn't the beast
Stands to
usually-
reason we need to go a bit further.
Doesn't it usually come up?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, that's what they said. It comes up to the ledge, and that's where it stops.
I mean,
We
the
could yell
pur-
for it.
that's what I was gonna say. The purpose is not to sneak around, right? We're trying to find it, so why not have it come to us and yell?
What if you use your shield? I'm pretty sure that will be heard.
Oh yeah, I could do that. Is everyone in agreement? That's what I should try.
I mean,
Either that or
shouldn't
go
we
down
cast something at it first if we're gonna try to bring it to us anyway? Shouldn't we get one hit on it?
We
Where
don't
is
see
it?
We don't know where it's at. At least this
Cast
way we're already
towards
prepared
the-
and waiting for it to come to us.
All right.
And unfortunately, I don't know what's with the air, but something's off and I can't really fly around, so I'd rather have it come to us right now.
Wait,
can't
you can't
fly?
fly?
Something's just not right.
I'm gonna toss Pavo my potion of flight.
For when you can't get it up.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
And there's the clip, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, there
Just
it
waiting on
is.
Fal.
Okay. Okay.
Here, maybe that'll help.
Hopefully we
Oh.
won't need it, but thank you.
Options on the table. I can get us down if that's the path we want to take, or we can try to bring it to us.
How do you suppose you get us down?
I was thinking something along the lines of webs. As much as I don't want to look like a giant spider, it's something I could do.
Maybe we just try getting it to come to us first, and then if it doesn't come, then we use the webs. I'd rather save your spell energy for what's to come.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I don't have a problem climbing down either.
Well, I might.
Yeah.
Not very good at that.
Some of
Sorry.
our party members might be less dexterous than others, and I'll look at Ollie.
So should I give the shield a try?
I think that's our best option.
Mm-hmm.
Probably everybody knows we're here anyway.
I'll get in
Call it
front
up
of the
to
party, kind of aim it slightly on an angle down towards the gap and say,
I'm plugging my ears.
Arthur.
Out of the silence bellows a massive lion's roar, truly incorporating the valor of a cleric. It sounds like it reverberates off infinity until it silences down. You all wait with bated breath, but nothing comes.
Then we scared it.
Well, I think we effectively scared the shit out of the miners.
Okay.
Well, looks like we find our way down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can take someone down.
How are you gonna take somebody down, Eli?
I can throw my dagger over the edge and teleport down.
Oh, okay.
So that's 2.
I can use my switchy belt.
What do I have
3.
prepared?
Well, if I use your potion
my
you give
God.
me, I can just glide down.
Oh, I have feather fall. We could all just jump together.
All of
And I
us? You
can-
can feather fall all of us?
Let me double check. that,
Nope,
actually.
definitely not how
Yeah.
that works.
Oh, 5.
Nope.
Up to 5. 5
Yeah.
creatures.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's
'Cause we
pretty
already figured
close.
it out. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just the
Covers
rest.
it.
Don't want
Yeah, and
anybody
that's a really-
Niagara falling over the side of this cliff.
Yeah. So me included. So 5 of us, and then Eli can take himself and another person. And
Perfect.
it's pretty low powered spell for me, so I think that's a good option. I actually prepared it today. Once this entire campaign.
All right,
Okay,
guys.
Clutch moments for Alara right there, ladies and gentlemen.
I know.
All right, I'll go with Eli.
So we're ready to jump? I'm at the edge.
Yeah.
Ready to jump.
Whoa! Wait. Okay, on 3. Ready? 1,
I'll toss my
2,
dagger down over the edge.
3, and then
Okay.
I'll cast Featherfall as we jump.
I'll grab
Alright.
Lucy's wrist and
over
teleport
the-
down.
Good thing I got slow fall just in case it doesn't work.
Oh.
Ah.
As Eli, your companions seem to throw themselves over the cliff, dropping your dagger down and linking arms with Lucy. There is a brief moment of a flash of green light that blinds both of you. Nothing around you can see until you feel the ground underneath your feet once more. Looking up, you watch as your companions begin to fall at a velocity faster than you're used to. As
Faster.
Alara seems
Faster.
to hold out her hands, a blue energy seems to emit, circling around her and then jettisoning off as little streams of almost electricity seem to now circle around those individuals as well. Their pace begins to slow down as they softly drift down like that of one of Pavo's feathers, slowly coming down to the ground. adjusting themselves a little bit, they put their feet out and find the ground.
As we drift down, I watch my echo just fall to the ground, and I look at Elara. I'm like, what?
Check his shoe, Shade. Check his shoe.
Is your echo
see-
still okay?
You see a plume of smoke as Shade's echo just completely disappears from view.
Shade, why didn't you tell me that you needed something for your echo?
I thought you counted the number of people we were.
Yeah, 5. Five, I said, including me.
I don't
That
count.
was-
You count. I
Sorry,
picked another
Shade.
echo.
I'm sorry, Shade. Okay,
As,
all right.
as the
Next
two of
time we
you
won't
bicker,
forget.
there
Looking
seems to
around.
be a sound of rumbling, almost as if hooves are approaching out of nowhere, as if a raiding party has now entered into the cavern itself. The strange sounds sound like clopping of hooves, almost like they hop, or the single steps of dragons.
Hi guys.
See what I did there?
Welcome in.
Hi, Paul. Hi, Tilly. Love you guys.
We might die. Just
Yeah,
Yeah, we're just gonna die. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm about
We're
to,
just
I'm
gonna
about to
die.
TPK the party. We're about to end the campaign here tonight. Just FYI.
Welcome to our funeral.
Oh god.
So the echo will give a harsh look at Elara. Like he's very mean, very
Okay.
pissed off, and start walking.
As you all begin to stare around this underground chamber that you find yourselves in, you're shocked to see, strangely enough, what look like bridges that seem to bend over top of a giant ravine, one in particular larger than the others. You contemplate how these seem to exist when you realize the perfect circulature around the bottoms of the bridges themselves, almost as if something larger than you can think has burrowed its way through.
Oh god.
Onward?
But before we move onward, I'm looking back up around to see we made it down. I'm seeing if there's any way back up.
Well, hopefully that's a problem for later.
Yeah.
I have an escape plan.
That is a problem I'd love to have personally.
Looking back at the wall, Pavo, there just seems to be smooth slate. Nowhere to grab hold of. You do, however, notice one thing. There seems to be trickles of water that seems to be cascading down the wall. But it moves upward.
Holy
guys.
shit, you guys.
Did you see this?
We found
We
it,
found it.
guys.
Water flowing
We
up.
can't.
found it.
I look at my what is this, guys? What is this?
Champions.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
hand? It's called a hand, Jess. That's what
I look at it.
it's
I
the
look
back
at
of
it.
a hand.
Yep, the back of my hand.
Are we glowing?
Yeah.
Do I
Surprisingly enough, all but Shade, your hands are glowing. But not the familiar shade of silver. Each of them now glow gold.
Sweet.
Well, piss.
Do I recognize this
Gosh.
as part of my vision?
From where you're at right now, it doesn't look familiar.
Well, we've been searching for a place like this.
Yeah, we have, and nobody's come back from it. So I think, I know we
That's-
know this, but I think we should be really careful.
Yeah.
Maybe they just haven't come back because it's so great here. The city of gold.
Maybe. I
That
hope
is-
so.
Looks like more of a cavern of darkness.
Does anyone else think it's strange that before the monster would prevent people from getting to this point, there's a lot of people that know that the city of gold is around water that flows up,
Mhm.
right? So why isn't it stopping us right now?
Let's go and find out.
Yeah.
I'll start walking.
5 minutes it must have been up.
As you all begin to make your way over the larger bridge, you walk with caution, eyes darting everywhere, waiting for something to erupt from the darkness. The hairs on the back of your neck, except Ollie, raise
They
and
just-
tingle. Walking across the largest bridge, you come to a bit of a crossroad. There seems to be 3 caverns, corridors, if you will, that lead forward. One to the left, one to the right, and one to the middle. What would you guys like to do?
Can I smell the air in front of each of the 3 doorways? It's an LOTR reference, guys. Come on. No?
How about we just continue straight?
How do I ban someone from my game? Hang on.
You have to listen for where the music is strongest, and
The-
that's the doorway you go through.
The air is fouler.
Thank you, Vix. Thank you for the attempt.
Vanilla.
As you take a large whiff in, your halfling senses kick in immediately. But you don't sense any difference.
I think Pablo's right. I think we should just go straight forward.
That
It's the
easy, huh?
easiest.
So be it.
Sorry.
All right.
We're going straight.
We're
Yep.
going straight.
Sure.
To our death.
Sorry, Eli.
I don't know. Straight sounds a bit boring, but all right.
Shortest distance. Straight line.
True.
Walking into the corridor in the center, you walk for a good 100 yards before you find yourself in another smaller chamber. Water seems to pour both upward and downward in some strange fashion. Looking around, you sense a little bit of movement on the ceiling above. And as you look at the floor in front of you, you see mud bubbling, blocking your way to the opposite side of the cavern.
Lucy, look at your necklace.
Okay. I will look at my necklace.
Opening up your chest, your vest line a little bit, pulling out your hourglass. It has not run out, but it's stopped.
Okay, I immediately pull mine out. What's happening with mine?
Alara, your eyes widen as you also see your hourglass has stopped as well.
Okay.
Timey-wimey shit happening
Miss.
Mm-hmm.
Miss, knower of all things time related.
Mm-hmm.
What do you make of this?
Mm-hmm. I think it's a really good thing, Alara will say out loud to the group, and then she will get closer to Lucy and say, I have no idea what's going on, and I think it might be a bad thing.
That's so reassuring. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any ideas about this? I'll point to the mud.
There's sounds above us, did you say?
There seems to be movement above you.
Hey, Pavo, do you want to look at the ceiling instead of me?
Why, sure.
I don't seem
I
to be
look
that
out?
good at looking at things.
I peer upwards to see if I can see what is making that rustling sound.
Eli motions for his drift globe to move upwards, and it doesn't take a perception check to realize that the ceiling of the small chamber is covered in hundreds of thousands of squirming centipedes
Ew.
wrapping around each other, some dropping into the mud as they sink down further into it.
Ew,
I don't like that.
wow.
I don't like that.
Disgusting.
They won't hurt you. I slept in worse places.
Okay.
Well, that is interesting. Should we try some other corridor?
Does it look like there's anything on the other side of the room? I know we can't get there.
You do see an archway that leads further into whatever cave that you're in.
I mean, can I toss a dagger over the mud?
What's the range?
60 feet.
You can certainly try.
I can get us across, but it will
I can do it one by one.
limit me later.
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, I've seen you cast that spell a lot. That's a lot of spell casting.
Well, how's
That's
I've no
major
problem
spellcaster.
with centipedes, but do we want to check the entrance to all of them before we go in all the
Yeah.
way deeper? We
Okay.
could
I
I
just
think that would be
Maintain.
smart.
go a couple feet in.
Before we go though, I just remembered, even though Alara is remembers more than the player does, that somebody told us at some point that here time is different. So maybe that's why our
Maxon told us that, I think.
okay, yeah. So maybe that's why our necklaces are frozen. I'm hoping. Maybe it's just time isn't moving. Maybe we're in a time bubble, sort of like when I went with you, Lucy, when I stopped time.
Well, then what Trix is
I
saying
remember.
is fine. Then we should check out every path since we won't be wasting time.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I'm partial to the left.
Sure.
I swing right.
It is currently my dominant hand, after all.
Okay.
For now. Doubling back, you make your way back down the cavern, making it a way into the cavern to the left. And as you begin to move down this corridor, the heat begins to rise immensely all around you. Finally, you enter into a much larger cavern than you were just in. In the center of the cavern, a massive river of lava flows easily 50 feet across.
Well, mud's looking a lot better right now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we check the other way. Maybe
Let's give it a look.
yeah.
If the other way has nothing in the way, then we got a clear choice.
Mhm.
Where did we just go? Sorry. For my
We
notes.
went
There's
left
a
and
lava
forward.
river in front of us. We went left, so there's still the right.
Yeah.
To check out. So
All right.
no one opposes?
Right, it
Yep.
is.
No.
Okay.
Find out.
Check
Okay.
out the right.
As you once again double back, going back to the crossroads, you move towards the right. Following it along the corridor the same way, you end up in a massive cavern, very similar to the one that you had entered into when you first descended down from the lift. Below you, there seems to be a massive pit that takes up the majority of the cavern. However, surprisingly enough, there look like flat stones that seem to hover in air directly in front of you.
Can we see the bottom of the pit?
No.
How far
Okay.
across is the pit?
The pit on this side is closer to 80 feet across. There seems to be at least 6 different floating pillars or stones that create a makeshift bridge, if you will, leading to the other side.
I mean, this seems too easy. I feel like they're booby trapped.
They're floating. We can't see the bottom, and we don't know if they hold our weight.
Yeah.
Too easy, but what about the mud? Was there a problem with the mud? Why can't we walk through the mud?
It was bubbly.
Yeah, that's not a
Bubbly?
good sign.
I would much rather lava than bubbling mud, guys. That's
Yeah.
way safer.
I mean, I can try just leaving a dagger here, jumping onto one of the pillars, and
Great
seeing
idea.
what happens.
Okay.
I think
go
that's a
for
great
it.
idea.
All right, I'll try that. I'm gonna put a dagger on the floor, like a little gingerly, and then like step up, brush myself off, and then get ready to jump onto the first stone.
Okay. Brushing off your thighs, you lean down into a little bit of a sprint type position. Running and then jumping onto the first. As soon as you hit it, you realize that it's not stable at all as it begins to wobble back and forth, unable to stabilize itself under your weight. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
13.
13. The stone seems to flip over on itself as you watch as Eli begins to fall down into the pit of nothingness.
I'll teleport
What?
back. I'll teleport back to the dagger.
Oh my god.
Focusing on the other sister dagger, you immediately once again see a green glow emanate all around you before you find ground under your feet once more.
Okay, that didn't go well.
How many
Okay.
stones are there?
6.
6.
6? Okay.
So Lucy, if we need to teleport people across, I have this book that I can use three times. I could do Dimension Door and take someone with me 3 times. So I guess I could take someone across, come back, and then take another person. That might help.
I can. How far away is the other side again?
From what you can see, about 80 feet.
Okay. I can take. Gosh. I can take people across, but it will limit me later.
Well,
on.
wait. Trix, how far can your switchy belt take you?
However far, it's just I can use it to turn into a creature. I could turn
Okay.
into a bat. I could
Okay.
turn into something like that.
Okay, so Trix could fly across. I could take 2 people. Wait,
I can take
you
one.
and someone else, me back, and then, okay, and then someone else with me, and then we're missing one person.
No, because
person.
somebody takes Eli's dagger, and when he is on the other side, Eli can teleport to the dagger.
Yeah, that we'll have everyone at that point.
Jesus.
I don't think that'll work. If I have one person in my hand,
Thanks, Vix.
I can't teleport. I need to have both my hands.
Why would you need both your hands?
No, somebody who teleports with Elara takes one of your dagger with him on the other side.
Okay,
And when
sorry.
he's
Got
on
it.
the
I
other side, you
misunderstood.
teleport there.
Sorry, my bad.
All right, perfect. I mean, let's do it. We got to get across somehow. At
Okay.
least this way I'm not using such a...
Are we sure everyone's accounted for?
I mean, I
Casting
hope there's a
spell.
way on the other side. Otherwise, we're just
Oh yeah, is there?
all on the other side of the room and nowhere to go.
Right. Do we see anything on the other side?
There's a sign that says doorway under construction.
There's a neon. This way.
On the opposite side, you see a large crack in the wall as if two large boulders pressed together. Enough of a walkway possibly to make it through.
Okay.
Okay,
I mean, this way's as good as any.
so who's taking my dagger and who's staying back with me?
Here, I'll hold it.
All
I'll
right,
take
I'll hand it to Lucy.
Eli's dagger.
I'll stay back with you if you want.
Okay.
I'm going to grab Ollie and move 20 feet away from the rest of the party.
That's nice. Thank you.
Grab him as well.
And I will cast Thunderstep and get to the other side with Ollie.
Right.
You can.
I'll grab
How
Shade.
far is Misty Step? 100 feet or 120?
Thunderstep is 90. I don't know what Misty Step
okay.
is. I don't have that.
Okay. Thunderstep, right. A loud boom is heard out throughout the cavern as Lucy suddenly disappears, with Eli finding themselves now on the other side of the cavern.
With Ollie.
With Ollie.
Oh, sorry, with Ollie.
Yeah.
As they seem to touch down on the ground, a rumbling is felt once again.
Okay, guys, hurry up.
Okay. I
Please.
grab
That
Shade.
works.
I take his hand and I say, let's go. And then I use the book to expend a charge to cast Dimension Door. And I take us across.
Okay. As Alara pulls out her book, flipping through, she lands on the spell she's looking for, closing her eyes, closing it for a minute. You see as her hair begins to drift upward as if a shoot of air seems to be pushing up from the bottom upwards. A little bit of a purple glow begins to emanate around her as a doorway suddenly appears out of nowhere over top of her in Shade. She vanishes from sight. As a similar purplish black doorway appears on the other side as her and Shade apparate once more.
I'm so glad we didn't die. That was the first time I've cast that spell.
I'm so glad we didn't. I would have killed you again
I know.
and again.
I know.
But more important, what's in your boot?
I already showed you, Shade. There's
Yeah,
nothing in my boots.
Maybe you put something in the meantime.
No, stop
Shade.
it. I'm not taking my shoes off right now.
If you
Shade,
don't
do you-
mind.
Do you keep things in your boot, Shade?
Yeah, I have a portion of healing in my boot. You don't
Chat,
need
Chat, they
nudge
can't
Fritz.
hear me right now,
I'm
but
gonna
I
nudge
don't
Fritz
have
from
the
the other
heart
side and be like,
to
"Do me a
possibly tell
favor.
him that an
Tell
hour is
Lucy to
up
put
and
the
he doesn't
dagger
need
on
to be
the floor
looking
when
at the
we get there.
shoot anymore.
Oh, you're
Sorry,
muted.
say again? Oh, I was
No,
muted.
He was, he was talking.
shoot.
I think he was talking smack about us. Chat.
Oh no, D was muted. So
Oh, D was
Oh.
muted. Oh.
Will do.
Oh, okay.
All right, I will use my switchy belt to turn into a bat.
Okay. Reaching down to your belt, you twist it, and all of a sudden, you change as a mist covers over top of you. You grow smaller all of a sudden. You reaching your arms out, they suddenly become leathery wings as you begin to flap instinctually, squeaking along the way all across this cavern, making it easily across the 80-foot gap.
I feel a pit of jealousy in my gut.
Lucy, can you put the dagger down on the floor?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll toss it on the floor.
This is the most teamwork we've ever had on this show. I'm so proud of us.
Yeah, guys, nat 20 cooperation.
Communication. Oh my god.
We haven't all got across safely yet. Let's not.
Can we
celebrate.
get some
Okay.
Alcor face palms in chat right now? It only took what 45 episodes.
I'm gonna grab Pavo's wrist and I will teleport across.
Okay. Again, a flicker of green energy. Pavo, you've never experienced anything like this before as your eyes go blind, filled with this green light, as you feel yourself whisked almost as similar to that of the portal back from Labyrinthia. But just as quickly as it appeared, it disappears as you find your footing once more.
That was quite interesting.
Get used to it.
All right, bye, Shade. Is everyone across?
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
Shade's
good.
here.
Shades
I
I'm
brought
right
Shade.
beside you.
I thought you had to go back over for some reason, but I think
Me
we
too,
just did our
but-
math wrong.
Yeah.
No, it's because Eli took someone at the beginning. He didn't.
Right. All right.
Anyway, let's go.
Shall we?
Do this.
All right. So,
Squeezing your way through this tight confines, you have to shimmy and push your way through, feeling the entire world crush you down as you slide through inch by inch. There's no comfort here. There's nothing here to save you. Continuing to make your way through.
walls collapse, we're dead.
The screeching noise of the rocks on my metal.
Oh,
They do
Bark.
sound like nails on a chalkboard that echo
No.
throughout the small area. It takes you some time to wiggle your way through, but you do find your way to the opposite end of this tight corridor that opens up. Surprisingly, there seems to be light within this area. A glittering dome filled with strange crystals that seem to light up the surroundings all around you. A huge open cave that sparkles on the torchlights and the drift globe that Eli holds in front of him. Directly in the center, you see an underground river that flows freely through the center of the cave. And on the opposite side of the cave, you see plateaus of large flat rocks that create a makeshift stairway that leads upwards, with a waterfall that flows the opposite way. Off in the distance, a massive golden archway. The archway rests roughly about 200 away from where you stand, 200 yards from where you stand right now. Two giant golden doors stand closed in the center of the archway. While difficult to see from here, where you are, you see strange ruins like the likes of which you've never seen before, carved into each one of the pillars, almost like that of out-of-game circuit boards splayed across the entire outside.
guys, we're here.
We actually
recognize
found
this-
it.
Do
I'll
I
be
recognize
damned.
this room?
Sorry?
Do I recognize this room?
Yes.
Guys, this is the vision that Gibble showed me.
Okay. Well, this is what we've been looking for. I think that makes sense.
Looks like we picked the right path.
And we're not dead.
We
I would
haven't.
Where is this creature?
I will side step away from the party and go touch a crystal.
Oh my god.
Why do you have to do that?
Walking over to one of the crystals, you reach down and grab it. Nothing happens.
Try to break it.
What?
Disappointed by nothing happening, he breaks it.
Yeah, he's frustrated.
Jesus.
As you break it off, you hold a chunk of crystal in your hand.
Okay. I put it in my bag and go back to the party.
Put it in your boot.
Yeah.
In the other boot.
I see.
I do
Shade
kind of
take
find
a
it
crystal,
odd.
and I put one in my bag too.
I do find it odd that this creature that we were so warned about has not made an appearance.
Well, let's not waste time then. And
Do we have to cross the river?
You do.
How wide is this river again?
The river itself is about 35 feet.
I can take us one by one.
that
We
works.
never did.
Whatever works.
ask-
All right.
Let's.
We never did ask
Oh,
how
wait,
he
what?
knows about this creature, and also, I mean, he said people came back. We never did ask. He said they were different, but we didn't ask how they were different.
No, he said no one came back.
That no one came back.
Because nobody has.
He said they were survivors.
Oh, yeah, I think he said so.
Survivals of the battle when they got too close and the beast made an appearance.
But he said they were never the same.
Because they're
I thought he just
traumatized.
said no one returned.
Hmm.
Well, let's not waste time finding out. Let's go now before it shows up.
You all make your way
alright.
to the edge of the river as it flows downward. And as you do, you see a bubbling start to emit directly in the center, a light beginning to shine underneath the water as it begins to rise upward. A blinding light begins to peer out directly in front of you. You shade your eyes for a moment as you see a Goliath of a creature begin to emerge from the water. Moss hanging off of its back, dripping, filled with water. Strange coloration around the entire creature. Pinks and yellows and small pockets all over its back, large horns hanging downward from its side, its eye now emitting this bright light as it opens its massive jaws and lets out an eerie screech that pierces your ears. Guys, you know what I'm going to say
Already
next?
rolled it. I already rolled
I need
it.
y'all to roll
13.
initiative.
Oh my god.
Hold on to your butts, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what the hell's going to happen next, but we're fighting.
Oh no. these
Roll me
things-
some initiative, folks.
Oh,
I guess it heard me. Initiative with disadvantage. Shit.
All right, Alara.
I rolled a natural 20. So glad I wasted
What a
that on
waste.
initiative.
Nice.
so
Nicely
that's a
done. Nicely done.
26. The 26
Wow, you
for
seem
initiative.
really eager,
Bravo.
Lara.
Yep.
I did the exact opposite, and I rolled a 1, so I got a +4, so I got a 5.
Ooh, good one, good one. Tricks.
I rolled a 15.
15. Ollie,
Yes.
13, and that creature scared the piss out of me.
13. Eli,
And
10.
yep.
Lucy,
Last.
12.
Jesus.
and Shade.
Big 5.
Holy
Lots
shit.
of variation in there. Amazing.
The 2 fighters up the back.
I think I'm just going to sit on a rock and see what happens.
You're the worst.
Observe.
You're the
Let's see how
worst.
they handle it, and we'll make our adjustments as needed, right?
Alari, you're the first one to now see this creature emerging from the waters, knowing instinctively that you must protect your friends. What would you like to do? Trix, you're on deck.
Alara's going to go to her.
Hold on. I gotta go to the
need a
maps.
map.
I need the
Okay.
maps.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh no, I
Guess
screwed it
would've
up.
Thought that they would have been prepared.
Hang on. I screwed it all
I'm
up.
holding.
Take this
This
time
one,
to think about
this
your first
one.
move, everyone.
Yeah.
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 Moments.
Let's take a minute.
I'm not first, so who am I gonna heal first? That's what I'm wondering.
Why isn't this? There we go. And let me
Ooh,
put
chills.
you guys over to that.
Oh boy.
Oh, wow, the thing's huge.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Back me the fuck
Ladies and
up.
gentlemen, the our artwork done by the wonderful Six of Spades, who is sitting
Way back
directly
when.
above me right here, right there. He's the guy. So blame him for killing the party.
Where'd you draw his
Why did you
weakness?
draw it like that?
Where's his
know.
weakness? Did you leave a hole in his heart or something?
He's been sitting on this for so long. I
Go for the butt.
remember
I don't
this
know.
world building stream.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
was a while
Long
ago.
time ago.
Long ago. He has been planning this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Alara, what would you like to do?
Has it been play
All right.
tested to know we can win?
Nope,
No.
not at all.
This is the playtest.
This
Oh,
is the
okay.
play test. Okay, I
Awesome.
can't control my
Yeah, I
icon.
can't control mine either.
So while that's
Fantastic.
happening, it's okay. I am going to get a really serious look on my face, and my eyes are going to go a little bit darker than they usually are. And Alara's going to back up. She's way too close. And while she's backing up, she's going to do like a really cool spin to take her time cogs and whip them at both at this right at its head. Why not?
Okay. As you conjure your, what the hell are you called? That's what you're called. As you conjure the two spinning wheels on either side of your hands, they begin to spin like that of saw blades as you thrust them forward towards the creature. Go ahead and make a spell attack for me.
The first one, 18. And the second one, whoops, also an 18. I fucking hope those hit.
The spinning cogs of ethereal energy twist off of your hands, flying towards the creature. They pierce directly into the center of his chest as they grind downward. You see a little bit of blood begin to spurt from the wounds. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Nice. All right. $36 points of damage.
36, okay. The creature lets off a growl, but it doesn't seem to be fazed by what's just been done to it. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I should specify it's necrotic damage. And no.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Okay.
Trix, watching Alara hop into action, you instinctively begin to move. Ollie, you're on deck. Trix, what would you like to do?
I would like to go over here and cast Wind Wall right in front of the creature, creating a fence between us and the creature.
Okay. As you do, a wall of air begins to separate you from the creature and the waterfall directly behind it. Is there anything else you would like to do on your turn?
I would like to move a little bit further this way. So I'm gonna move 5 feet. There.
Okay. What's your movement speed?
35? Did I count wrong?
Oh, no, you're okay. I didn't think you moved that quickly. Ollie, as you
Later,
watch as this wall of wind suddenly appears, you can feel it whipping off directly in front of you. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna just move forward slightly a bit, and then I'm gonna cast my Spirit Guardians at the 4th level.
Okay, as you do, small gears and mechanics seem to circle around you. Is the creature within range of your spiritual weapon? Or your spiritual guardians?
Well, it's
15 feet. So.
Yeah, it's a 15-foot radius.
And it attacks whatever you want it to, or anything in that vicinity?
If a creature starts its turn within the radius or moves into the radius during its turn, it has to do a wisdom save, and then it'll take the damage. Wisdom save of 15, half damage if it succeeds.
Okay, keep that in mind. Lucy, Shade, and Pavo. The creature, looking on to the rest of you, begins to arch its back up as you watch a few of these strange bubbles seem to burst over top of it. It begins to fly out to you, towards you. 3 of these swarms. Hang on. One of the swarms get caught up, unable to make it through the wind. However, 2 begin to move forward on top. One targets Lucy, the other targets Ollie.
Not the healer.
I need you both to make I need you both to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh. It's a 4 for me.
Ollie?
10.
10. As the dust seems to crash over your face, the rest of the room goes black for a moment as you're pulled into this dreamscape that almost feels like you're floating in the night sky alone. Looking out, you see a beast, the vision of a beast, its truest form, as it terrifies you and shocks you. You hold on to the sides of your head as it bleeds into your consciousness. You both take 25 points of damage.
Oofta.
Ouch.
That hurt.
With that said, Lucy, gaining your consciousness back again, what would you like to do?
All right, I am going to need to get at this thing. Okay. I'm going to move over here. Yeah. And I'm going to reach out with dark green energy kind of tethered between me and the monster. I'm going to cast Blight, which I will need a
Wisdom saving
con
throw?
save.
Con, okay.
A con save at disadvantage because it is a plant creature, right?
Okay.
It is a plant creature, isn't it?
Yep.
Lucy, he's our man.
That's a 15.
Does not save.
Yeah.
Okay.
On top of that, because it is a plant creature, the spell deals maximum damage for a total of 64.
Okay.
Wow,
Look at
you're
that, you big
stronger
bitch.
than you look, Lucy.
The
Right
creature
next
lets
to you.
out a
Jeez, Trix.
foul scream. As it does, it uses one of its legendary resistances to nullify the spell.
Oh no. So much damage wasted.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn, Lucy?
So with my actual action, since that was with a bonus action, I'm just going to use 6 of my sorcery points to regain a 4th level spell slot, and then I'm done.
Okay. With that said, Eli, you're up. What would you like to do? Shade, you're on deck.
I would like to use my movement. 10, 15, 20. I'm going to stand behind Shade. Or actually, I'll stand off to the side for a second. I'm going to use my action to attempt to stab the creature. I'm going to throw my dagger. That's going to be... I have inspiration. I'm going to use it.
Okay.
And that's a worse roll. That's going to be a 13 to hit.
13. The minute that you release, it flies towards the creature, but yet now with a wall of blasting wind in front of it, the dagger goes flying off into the distance.
Even
it doesn't seem...
Even though it's a magic weapon?
Nope. It's still a physical dagger.
Small projectile.
No physical.
All right.
All projectiles cannot make it through towards the creature.
In that case, I will summon back. I'm going to move behind Shade, and I'm going to use my bonus action to yell at Trix. Would you mind getting rid of that wind wall? I can't throw through it.
Okay. As Eli calls out to... Oops.
No, not you.
No, not you.
I have a plan.
Okay.
As Eli calls out, Trix quickly responds. Shade, you leap into action. What would you like to do?
I will go behind here and sit on a rock and wait for the wall to go away.
Jesus.
Fair
Are
enough.
you holding your action?
Yeah, just hold your action. Oh my God.
Yeah, I
Is
hold
that
my
your way
action
of saying you're holding your action?
Good call. Good call.
to
Oh, I
stand
need to
up,
get rid
but
of.
I'm feeling right now.
I need to get rid of Eli's inspiration. That's this one. Okay. Shade is holding his action. Pavo, you are up. What would you like to do? Alara, you're on deck.
Probably going to disappear off of the screen here, but I want to move down. And because of Ollie's little barrier and the wind wall, there's nothing I can do to get near him. So I'm
That's
going
not
to
a
hold my
barrier.
action.
Point of note, Ollie's guardians only affect what he wants it to. It won't affect us.
Yeah,
Right.
they exclude who I choose. I just don't like. It's obvious.
I thought it was just anybody that went through there.
No, he picks the targets.
So if I were to stand in front of Ollie and his little arm there, would I be able to physically attack it by punching it through the wind wall?
No.
I would be
Well,
able to
you
reach in
would,
there.
but you take the damage from the wind wall.
So then I'm going to hold my action right here.
Okay.
There's really nothing I can do.
Okay. Alara, what would you like to do? Trix, you're on deck.
So magical spells can go through the wind wall.
Yeah.
Magical
I
spells
would
can.
gather.
No physical objects can.
Okay.
Shit, that's
Well,
why I
then
moved.
I will change my plan of attack, and I will just, seeing that everyone is having issues even attacking this thing, I am going to try and cause as much damage as I can and cast Hands of Time again and summon both my cogs and go for it right through the wall.
Okay. As you reach out once more, creating the cogs in your hands, you toss them towards the creature. Go ahead and roll an attack for me.
Oh wow. First one is 26 to hit. Second one is dirty 20 to hit.
God damn, I made those things way too powerful. As they fly through the wall, they crash into the creature again, letting out a loud scream. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Um, uh, 27 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Sorry, let me just see where I'm on the map if I'm gonna move a bit. I'm just gonna position myself there.
Okay. Trix, having a plan in mind with Ollie on deck, what would you like to do?
Okay, I would like to move here. Yes. Well, here just in case. I'm gonna move here and I'm gonna cast water breathing on everyone.
Oh boy.
And then I'm gonna move back this way after I cast it. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, back to here after I cast it.
Are you
Guys,
gonna drop?
let's get in the water.
What the fuck?
Nope.
Trix wants to go swimming.
Swim time! Grab your floaties. Let's go. Okay.
Drop the wall.
Are you saying
What?
that out loud? Cause
Yes.
just out of game, I can't. You know. All right, fine. I will drop the wall.
Okay.
It did save us from a swarm of bugs.
It did.
One.
It did.
The wind seems to dissipate around the creature, blocking you off from it. Ollie, what would you like to do?
Just so I know, would this be considered like in the radius? Like that's where he is?
Yes. That's technically where his hitbox is.
All right, I'm gonna move a bit forward, and then I'm gonna use my Bolt of Radiance on him.
Okay.
So
Holding on
dex
to your
saving-
holy symbol, you begin to conjure the bolt of radiant, blasting it towards the creature. What kind of save is it? Wisdom?
a dex save of 15.
It's going to be a 26.
Ouch. Okay, bonus action.
Does it take any
I
damage
guess.
from it? Does it take half
No.
damage?
Wait.
Are you sure?
I don't think so. No, it's just not a hit.
Okay.
And then so my bonus action is I'm gonna summon my level 3 spirit weapon.
Okay.
Noise.
Seeing
I'm gonna
that
cast it right
where are you putting it?
pretty much right beside him, like right yeah, right there, yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna take a swing at him.
Okay. Watching as the golden hammer begins to appear directly around the creature.
Okay, so 2d4. So that will be 15 damage of radiant. No wait.
Oh, it has to hit first, doesn't it?
You got to make the attack first.
Oh shoot! Sorry. It's not good. 19.
19. As the golden hammer raises up, it comes crashing down on the creature's kneecap. 15 points of damage, you said?
Yep.
Okay. Again, the creature lets out a loud howl.
Force damage.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
That's all.
All right, Lucy, you are on deck as the creature begins to move towards Ollie.
Wait. So it's gonna take damage from my spirit guardians. Wisdom save of 15 for half damage.
It's going to be a 22.
Oop, so half damage, so half of 21 radiant damage.
So 11. Nope, that's 10. All right, the creature raises up its 4 pincers, focusing entirely on Ollie as there's no one else around. It is going to take
Oh,
2 of the pincer attacks against him.
Okay.
First is going to be a 26 to hit. Second is going to be a 22 to hit.
One of those I'm going to use my reaction to force a reroll. I'm going to...
My armor class is 22.
So the 26.
Okay, the 26 one, the first one when I said wait, I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna take my hand out and I'm going to turn back time and
if I could turn back time.
Oh no.
Whoa, DMC.
If I could find a way.
Guys, we're gonna get sued.
Yeah, stop.
You know how many times I'd be singing songs?
So
Too good of singers for
that instead is going to be a 28.
Hit harder.
Oofda.
Okay.
As the two pincers come down and crash upon Ollie. Ollie, you take a total of 28 points of damage.
No.
And I need you to make a... Oh, actually, I don't need you to make anything.
No, I do have to do a concentration save for the Spirit Guardians.
Right.
10 or half damage.
Oh man, the math. Half 10 or half damage. Isn't it half damage if it's Oh no, it's 10 if it's the half damage is lower than 10. So I rolled a 16.
And you're rolling on concentration?
Yep, concentration. Yeah.
So you succeed the concentration.
Yeah, so the Spirit Guardians stay up.
Okay. The creature now looking beyond Ollie. Suddenly you see the moss pull off from the creature as it whips out in vines. Eli, make a dexterity saving throw for me. You're muted.
27.
27. Oof. The vines try to whip around you. As they do, they seem to slice into you a little bit, the thorns embedding into you. You take 11 points of damage, but you're able to move back just a little bit of a ways, not being grappled.
So I take half damage. How much was it?
11 points.
11, so you take 6.
Yeah.
All right. That's it. That's all. Next up on deck is Lucy and then Eli. Yep.
Okay. As a free action, I'm just going to say, Trix, you want to get weird? And I'm going to cast Polymorph.
Now's not the time.
Cast Polymorph on Trix. And I'm going to turn her into a T-Rex.
She has to be accepting of the polymorph.
We've done it before. She knows what I'm about.
Do you accept the polymorph, Trix?
I accept. Can I still breathe underwater?
Oh my god!
She really wants to get in the water.
All of a sudden,
Trix swim as a T-Rex, but
begins to change into this massive, sadier version of a T-Rex. Lucy, is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I'm gonna go over here, and that's it.
Okay. Eli, you are up with Shade and then Pavo on deck.
I am going to attempt to throw my dagger at the creature. That's going to be a 25 to hit.
Absolutely hits. It easily just slides over the top of Ollie's shoulder, piercing the creature directly in its belly.
That is going to be 16 points of piercing. That is going to be 1 point of poison.
The poison does not seem to affect the creature.
And that's going to be another 16 sneak attack for a total of 32.
Okay.
I will use my reaction to summon back the dagger. I will use my
Okay.
bonus action to dodge.
Okay. With that said, Shade, you're up. What would you like to do now with the wall fallen?
Well, I will use half of my movement to stand up, and then move 15 feet. That's it.
All right,
Stuck
fair
with
enough. Pavo, what would you like to do?
Okay. Looking at how does Ollie look to me right now?
Metal.
Do you look beat up?
Yeah, I'm pretty beat up.
All right, I can't
like,
leave him there by himself. Otherwise, I was going to use my range attack. Move. If I'm standing here, am I able to hit him?
Physically, no, not with a melee attack. You need to move 5 feet closer.
Now, is the water able to stand in?
This is his hitbox.
Yep.
All right, so then I will get in the water, get in front of Ollie. Normally, I'd take a range attack, but I need to help our healer out, and I will take melee attacks and take my two attacks on him. Start punching right at his gut. First one will be 21 to hit.
First, you're able to easily connect with the center of the belly of the beast.
And that'll be for 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to expend a key point to see if he can resist my stunning strike. So he needs a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh, cons is a good one.
Damn.
It's 22.
Well, he's going to save on that. Just needs to be at 15. Second hit. That's going to be a 9.
As you try and complete a roundhouse once more, you find the thick area of the beast's stomach doesn't seem to have any effect.
And then I am going to use bonus action. I am going to use another key point to get into a defensive stance, so any physical attacks against me will have at disadvantage.
Okay. The creature now flexing its back once more. You see the spores pop once more. It's now going to target Pavo, Ollie, and Shade.
It does have to make a save as well, because it'll get attacked from my spirit guardians.
Okay. And it was a dex, you said?
A wisdom save of 15.
Wisdom? That's an 18.
Yep, so it's going to take half damage of 14 radiant, so 7
points of
radiant
damage. Okay. I need you both to make a dexterity saving throw for me. Or all three of you to make dexterity saving throws for me.
Shoot.
22.
Okay.
4.
4? Okay.
5.
5. The spores once again bleed over top of your faces. Ollie, you take another 25 points of damage. Shade, you take 25 points of damage. Pavo, you take 12 points of damage.
Ollie's down.
Oh, shit.
Oh god.
No.
He has greater healing. He has a potion on him. Everyone saw me give it
She
to
can't.
him.
But she
I
can't
know,
use
I
'cause
know,
he's
I know, I
unconscious.
know, I know. But
So that was a dex saving for half, right?
Yep.
All right, since I made it, I'm going to use my evasion. Says if I dex saving throws take only half damage, I take no damage instead.
Okay.
So my spirit guardians are down.
All right,
But
Alara.
my elemental weapons.
Your everything falls for Ollie. Because you are now unconscious, you can't concentrate. Spiritual Guardian and Spiritual Weapon are both down. Alara.
Weapon's not concentration, so I don't know if it's down.
You're still unconscious. You have no way of actually willing it to do anything.
Alright. It's a limp hammer.
Jesus Christ.
Glad to see you're still in good spirits.
Oh man, oh man, oh man.
Up the hill and get that right up again.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try. Casting slow on the creature. So I
Okay.
need a wisdom save of 16.
Ooh, 17. Sorry.
I'm going to use Bend Luck as a reaction.
Oh my god.
Okay. It forces a reroll, correct?
It gives you a negative D4 to whatever you just rolled.
Oh,
All right. Well, it doesn't really matter
Wow.
because it was only one below.
Doesn't matter
so,
what it is.
as Alara casts, the creature begins to slow down all of a sudden.
Oh.
And
Thank
I
God.
am out of sorcery points, so don't count on that happening again.
So just so you know, Dave, it takes a -2 to AC and Dex saving throws. It can't use reactions. Its speed is halved. It can either use an action or a bonus action, not both. Regardless of the creature's abilities or magic items, it can't make more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn. And if the creature attempts to cast a spell with a casting time of 1 action, we have to roll a d20 to see if it actually works.
Okay.
And a creature affected by the spell makes another wisdom saving throw at the end of each of its turn. So
Okay.
at the end of its next turn, we'll
Okay.
have to remember that. Okay, I'll stay
And thank
there,
you
I
so
guess.
much for the Raiders for just joining us. Knights of the Silver Moon, thank you so much. I'm about to TPK my party.
We can use some knights right now to help us out.
Hi.
All right, Alara, that's your turn. Bringing us to Trix. Ollie, you are on deck for your first death saving throw.
Okay. I'm going
Keeping in mind that you
to-
are a T-Rex right now, so you have no ability to cast spells.
Yeah. I'm going to walk over. Can I just... How shallow is the water? Can I stand in it?
Sure.
Okay. I will stand
As a
right-
T-Rex?
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, just making
tortoise.
sure. Just
Maybe
making
the
sure.
tortoise
Imagine it was
Jurassic
like up
Park.
to here, and I was like, you know.
Can you make
okay.
T-Rex noises when you attack, please?
Absolutely. So I'm gonna do my multi-attack, and I'm gonna bite and smack my tail.
Okay.
This is so cool.
It's turning to Godzilla!
Okay, so that's 2 separate attacks.
Kaiju's,
So the
Kaiju's
first
fighting.
one is 14.
A 14, as you
You add
try
the
and
plus
clamp
10?
down on it, it pushes
Yep.
back your jaw, pushing you back as your head kind of leans backward. Doesn't hit.
And the second one is a 24.
24, as you whip your tail around, it seems to catch the creature directly in its back. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Okay. Ooh, do I know what was the second attack?
Second one was the tail.
The second
swipe.
was the tail. So
Well
it's
done,
Okay.
Paul.
3d8
Well
plus
done.
7 bludgeoning damage.
Got it. Alright.
Paul has dubbed you the T-Rex.
So good.
Amazing!
Well
I
played.
love that so much. Okay, that's 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20 for damage. You hit with the tail.
For damage. For tail. 20 damage. That's all.
It's a
20
D20.
points of tail damage.
It's bludgeoning
20
damage.
points of tail damage.
So it's
Okay.
3d8 plus 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when I rolled it and added 7, it equals 20.
20.
I don't
The smash on the back, you hear the crackle of some of its bones as it seems to limp over to one side. It's now starting to look battered and bruised. Is there anything else you'd like to do
and
on your
then-
turn, Trix?
Yes, I would like to use my bonus action to just roar and then use my like 3 little like 1 middle like of my 3 fingers.
Amazing. Amazing. All right, Ollie, go ahead and roll your first death saving throw.
Oh my god.
I'm going to give him a healing potion.
Does
Gonna do
nobody
physical
have
dice because
ranged healing?
ah shoot, ah shoot, that's as bad as it can get.
You did not roll a 1.
I did.
No, you
That's
didn't.
all.
Ollie, no. No, you didn't.
I can't lie. It's honor system. It's natural 1.
Okay.
That's 2.
That's 2 death saving throws.
And he
The
gets to go before I get.
the creature
No.
is going to turn to T-Rex
Oh, thank God.
Fuck, Jesus Christ.
and is going to use 2 of its first pincher attacks.
Doesn't he get 1?
No, you only get one.
He gets 4. Or no, he gets 1. That's
Wait.
right.
No, because he's slowed, so he can
Yeah.
only do 1.
But I
Thank
do
you,
get to
thank
say
you.
I do get to make a saving throw,
With-
do I not? At the
yeah.
end of my turn?
At the end
At the
of
end.
your turn.
Okay. If that's the case, then I am going to change my decision there because I forgot I only get 1 melee attack.
No, it goes after Ollie.
Creature's getting nervous in my
No,
presence.
I'm going to go ahead and do the 1 pincher attack against Trix, which is going to be a 32 to hit.
Holy crap.
Trix, you take 16 points of damage. And I'll make my wisdom saving throw, which is going to be a 22.
Nothing I
Another
can do about
22?
that. No, that's his
He
wisdom
saved.
save.
Yeah,
He's
you
not
saved.
slowed anymore.
Oh, okay.
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 All right. Pavo, you're up. What would you like to do?
I'm going to pull out my healing potion that I have and jam it into Ollie's mouth
Okay.
as my action.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a greater healing potion.
Ollie, roll a d20 for me, please.
Oh.
I don't know if I should. I'm gonna use the other D20 I have.
That one
Oh
betrayed
my
you.
god. 3.
Pavo, you begin to pour the potion into his gullet, but it doesn't look like he's swallowing.
What the
The potion leaks out the side.
What?
fuck?
Well, my bonus action then, I'm just going to use another key point to be in the defensive stance to the creature because that's what I got.
Okay.
It didn't work.
He's unconscious right now. How is he supposed to swallow a potion?
You should just shove it in.
You can get like, yeah, you can just like drain it down his throat.
Have you ever tried to pour a drink down an unconscious person's throat before?
It doesn't
Really?
have lips to hold it down either, so I mean, I could do that, but
I'm mechanical. I have a fuel flap on either the left or right side of me. That's where it's supposed to go.
well, if I would have known that, I would just rolled you over and shoved it up your ass.
You gotta
I
find
mean-
a switch that pops the Oh no.
Well, the Eric Cochran not knowing Warforged anatomy. Well, there you go.
There's another potion in my pocket. He said in his out of game. You guys don't know about it. But
All right,
he
dropping
already
down
heard it.
into your defensive stance. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Pavo?
That's my action. That's my bonus. Nope, I'm going to stay here and try to shield Ollie.
Oh, I totally jumped order as well. Lucy, you're up.
Yeah.
I'm up. For the love of God. So is Ollie under Pavo right now?
They're both kind of hovering over or underneath the shadow of the creature as it faces off against T-Rex.
Jesus. I mean, okay. Oh. Don't like that. I'm going to, since I I'm assuming see earlier that Eli gave a potion to Ollie.
I'll allow it. Yeah.
I'm going to attempt the same thing. I guess. We gotta get him up, right?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
If it didn't
so I'm
work,
gonna
try
give it a
again.
shot.
Not gonna
Look for his gas tank.
Okay.
I'm gonna
As
see
you-
if there's a more effective way to get that juices in him.
Got it. As you search around Ollie's body, you pull out the potion. You try and pour it down his throat once more. Ollie, go ahead and roll a d20 with advantage for me.
Okay.
Good advantage here, man.
18.
18 as Lucy tries to hold whatever nose you have as closed as possible. It seems that the potion goes down his throat. Ollie, you have go ahead and roll 2d4 plus 4 for me.
Yep.
What do
This
I
is
do
the power
now?
of having more than one set of physical dice. I can do both with one roll.
You have movement? Get out of there.
Got 10 left.
Health. Got 9 health.
But you might be
Okay.
in range.
I know.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to
I'm
do,
gonna
Lucy?
use the rest of my movement. Go here.
Okay. The creature's going to go ahead and make an
And-
opportunity attack against you.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Shit. I forgot
No.
about that.
He's out of his hitbox though. He's right there. And the
Not if he
hitbox
has
right here.
reach.
Not if he has
Oh, yeah,
reach.
longer arm than we do.
And it's going to use one of its vine wraps.
Oh, come on, man.
Go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw for me, Lucy.
That's a 15. I'm going to use my Tides of Chaos just because I don't want to risk it and hope for better, even though that wasn't that bad of a roll. Dirty 20.
Nice.
Dirty 20. The vine begins to wrap around you, but doesn't seem to hold on to you. You still take 11 points of piercing damage, but you are not grappled.
And since I used my action to give Ollie a potion, I'm going to use my bonus action to cast a spell since I'm left-handed right now.
That's true.
And I'm going to cast Blight again.
Nice.
So it's going to be that con save at disadvantage. And it
Okay.
has to make an 18.
It's going to use a legendary resistance.
I imagine so, but I got to get, at least we're getting them out of there, I guess. Okay. I'm out
Okay.
of 4th level spell slots, though.
All right, Eli, you're up. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna move to Ollie. I can't see him on my screen for some reason. Hold on, let me see where he is on Twitch. I want to move behind him. I think that's
You're
where
good.
he is.
Yeah.
One more.
I'm going to use my action I'm going to use my action to grab onto him. I'm going to use my bonus action to throw my dagger to the back of the cavern, and I will use my reaction to teleport both of us out of range, and it won't be subject to opportunity because I'm not moving, I'm teleporting.
Okay, where are you teleporting to?
I will move my little icon. Let's get us over here.
No.
Okay, Ollie, go ahead and follow along.
Sorry, I'm just getting you as
I'll
far
shoot
away as
right at
possible.
her or like right beside her.
Right beside her is fine. Okay. Shade, you're up.
All right. I will move next to Pavo, I guess. Can I go into the
Okay.
water? We say yes, right?
Okay.
And I
Yep.
would make it. I would attack the creature.
About time.
Okay.
Well, thanks for
Wow.
joining us.
You're welcome. It was busy over there. I couldn't do it. The first attack is an 11.
Slicing
And the
down, you
second-
catch the thick part of the creature's hide. It doesn't seem to pierce.
Wow. 11, 12, and 13. Good.
slicing continuously. The water kicks up in front of you, blurring your vision for a minute. You don't seem to connect on any of the attacks. Which brings us to Alara. Alara, what would you like to do?
How is everybody looking? Is everyone looking kind of not good right now?
I look fantastic.
I'm looking great.
Yeah.
For now.
Trix looks like a T-Rex.
I'm alive.
It's pretty kick-ass. Gotta say.
T-Rexes have a shit ton of health, so she's good.
Okay.
Good.
All right, then.
For now.
Okay.
Trix and Ollie are on deck, by the way.
Okay. I'm just gonna then cast Chromatic Orb at the 4th level. And let's see. For funsie, I'm gonna use fire damage.
Okay.
So I'm gonna summon a tiny little fireball in my hands, and then I'm gonna shoot it right at that thing.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack.
Nice. That is a 28 to hit.
28 absolutely hits as the orb of fiery energy flies towards the creature. It bursts directly in front of its face, causing massive flames to cascade over the moss. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
Okay.
By the way, I did a con check because I forgot to when I took damage. We still have T-Rex with us.
Perfect.
So good.
33 points of fire damage.
Okay. Very good.
I'm just gonna move myself as well, like here.
Okay. And because I forgot to do it, on the last turn, you see 3 last spores burst over top of the creature. They are going to fly towards Trix, Shade, and Pavo. I need each of you to make dexterity saving throws. Actually,
wasn't it because you were slowed you couldn't?
no, because I made my save. We'll do...
He wasn't slowed at that point. Yeah.
We'll do Trix, Lucy, Shade.
Oh, shit.
That's
a dex, you said?
Dex, yeah.
That is
Push your
7.
I haven't rolled a number above 5 tonight.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
Well, you have a potion of healing.
I'm good.
It's a 9 for me.
Okay. As the spores cover over top of you, your eyes go blank once again, seeing the horror of the eldritch evil itself that stands in front of you, each of you taking 25 points of psychic damage.
I am down.
No! Stop it. No.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god. What the...
Okay. Trix, you're up. What would you like to do?
I would like to go up here. Can I go up here and jump
Sure.
onto him and do my bite attack? Or
I mean, that's
does
kind
that
of
be
a
my
little...
movement?
That's a little
Bonus
bit
action
far.
Is the jump? Oh, too
Yeah,
far
you
to
have to
jump.
be close.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be
far to
too
jump?
far. Yeah,
Yes.
you need to dash.
Okay. All right, that's fine. Where was
What
that
note?
here?
The T-Rex has bigger speed.
What's the speed on a T-Rex?
50.
50 feet.
Oh, 50?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
actually, someone just made a good point. Just so, because this is kind of a big deal. You're
Yeah.
not a T-Rex anymore. I went down.
Oh, right.
Concentration
Right.
drop.
True.
That's
Okay.
correct. Yeah.
Oh.
Who's the asshole in the chat?
It's an independent fact checker, and we're right to do so. 'Cause,
Yeah, it's true.
you know,
It's true.
Gotta keep
Okay,
it straight.
yeah.
So
Well,
you
my
jumped, you
former-
mid-jump, you changed.
You're great.
My former question remains: can I breathe underwater? Because I'm
Holy
probably underwater right now.
No, because you were a T-Rex and it would requires concentration, which you wouldn't have had when you're a T-Rex.
A T-Rex. Okay, well then I'm gonna swim to shore.
That's right, Val. Her death is on your hands.
Actually, no. It was, Sordin, thank you so much for being the person that we need for references right now.
Val, Sordin, and Hops. They know what's up.
Yep.
Shit. I'm gonna just I don't know, I'm gonna just swim. I'm just gonna stay over here
Okay.
for right now.
All right, Ollie, you're up. What would you like to do?
All right, for my bonus action, I'd like to do a 3rd level healing word on Lucy.
Can't do a healing word as a bonus action.
Yeah.
It is a
It is a
bonus
bonus
action.
It is a bonus
It is a
action.
bonus action?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
thinking
Yeah.
of Cure Wounds. Sorry, my bad. My bad.
So he gets 11 health.
Okie doke.
And for my next trick, for my action, I'm gonna use. Oh shoot! Let me double check the distance. Yeah, I'm gonna use Bolt of Radiance on the creature. Dex save of 15. Okay, he takes 6 radiant damage.
6 radiant damage. The creature looking very, very hurt at this point in time. Barely hanging on to a last bit of effort. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I'd like to look forward to another time where you say to Pavo, how would you like to do this?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I go
Alright.
last, though. I was kind of out of order before.
I thought you go
Yeah.
right next.
No.
I go after Shade.
No, I screwed up the
Oh,
order.
okay.
With that, it is the creature's turn. It is going to take 2 of its pincer attacks on Shade. First is going to be a 22 to hit. The second is going to be a 19 to hit.
Both hits.
The 2 pincers come crashing down at you, causing massive slashing damage. You take 28 points of damage.
Well, okay, wait. Can I use my reaction to redo one of those?
Okay. That was a bad call because that's a natural 20.
Oh no.
Is Shade gonna again?
No,
Yeah.
Again.
I'm down because I was down without the natural 20, so with the natural 20, I'm doubly down.
Okay.
Okay.
But he's get hit twice. Does that mean he dies?
Using one of
what-
his...
So how much damage on the first attack?
First attack was 14. The second is going to be 28.
So that's fine.
Oh, God.
The
If it would have been the other way around, I would be dead.
next two...
Pavo, guess
next,
who gets to attack next?
next 2 attacks from the pincers is going to be against Pavo.
And they are
Oh,
at
no.
disadvantage.
Oh, right. They're both against disadvantage. Okay. First is not going to hit. And the second is going to be a 17.
Does not hit.
Okay. You are easily able to evade the 2 attacks. That is going to end the creature's turn. Lucy, you are up.
Okay.
Lost it.
Oh god, I can't use Blight again. That sucks. I'm gonna cast Fireball. I mean, well, no wait. 'cause
Where are
I
you
would hit
aiming
them.
it?
I would hate them.
Aim it.
I would hit them.
You can aim it in behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I will aim it. It's what 20 foot. That I gotta be aware of. I'll aim it right here.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna
Light
hit
it
it right
up.
there. So I need a dex save.
Does it take half damage?
It does take half damage.
Well, in that case, Lucy,
Ooh.
tell us the tale of how you vanquished your mightiest foe.
Lucy's gonna get up, bloodied and beaten, arm swaying down, probably dislocated shoulder, blood coming out of his mouth. And he's gonna lift one hand up and try to stabilize it and just send the fireball straight down its gullet to explode in the inside.
As the fireball makes its way down, you watch as singe of the moss begins to cover over top, as if almost like lighting a sock on fire, as fire begins to cascade down it. The eye begins to flicker a little bit as you watch a bulge in its stomach begin to grow larger and larger before it pops out, covering your companions in front with a massive amount of greenish ichor blood.
Does that mean that because he shot it in his mouth that I get damage from it?
What is wrong with you?
Stop it.
Just rule of cool, my guy.
I'm just saying, before it was 20 feet behind it, now it's in his mouth. I just want to make sure.
Your arm
Jesus.
burns up and disintegrates.
With the combat properly over, what would you guys like to do?
I rushed to Shade's aid and I did cure wounds at the 3rd level for 26 health.
All right.
Okay.
I'm covered in goo. I'm using the water to wash off.
Pavo, as you reach down and begin to wash off the goop of the creature's blood, suddenly a beam of golden light bathes the entire cavern as the doors to the Golden City suddenly begin to open. You watch as 2 silhouettes begin to make their way out of the doors, all blackened by the vast light directly behind them. But that, my friends, is a story
You pretty.
for another evening. We have absolutely gone over our time, which I'm sorry about that, Origins, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Again, thank you so much for allowing us to come and play on your channel this evening. It was an absolute blast. And for all of those who have been watching along and enjoying themselves, consider coming and following us. We do have a channel called Careful Cantrip, where we do a whole bunch of weird stuff that is very similar to what you saw before. And special announcement, we are going to be doing a giveaway on our next show, Tuesday, at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So make sure that you're around for that. Players, thank you so much for joining me today, and a wonderful, wonderful battle. You guys did absolutely amazing. As well, thank you for the hype train for all of you. But before I leave you for the evening, to all the adventurers out there, fighting in the caverns below, I beg of you, one word of caution. Be careful out there. You can trip. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you to all the Raiders as well. We love all of your faces,
Thanks,
and
Raiders.
hopefully see you next Tuesday. Take care.